Hello, this is Pharaoh Vincent with Nation 1111. Today we're going to make a video on our brand new officer, Erica. And this video is coming out of a few days after she released. I saw that there was a bunch of people doing kind of that initial coverage, and I wanted to give it a few days just to make sure that there's no new information. There really isn't, but I wanted to jump in. I want to talk about her, her skills, priorities, all of the other things that I usually like to cover on my officers, and then maybe a little bit at the end. So, to start with, her primary skill is going to be enthusiastic inspiration. It is literally Stormbow, right? Increases all troops defense and hit points by, and I won't be surprised when that equals 48 or 40.8% and is the exact same. I will not be shocked when that happens. Because of the way mastery works as a statistic in this game, she's going to hit the exact same mastery when she hits 5 stars. And then level 55, she will hit the exact same mastery, which means that assuming they didn't decide to make her somehow stronger than Eric, it's going to be 40.8%. Which is not bad, right? Defense and hit points sounds great. Those are two amazing stats, and for all troops, I don't hate it. Not everything has to be attack focused for me to like it. In terms of her 2-star, you get Armor Blessing, increases block. And then the block value goes up, which will then correspond into a percentage, which then gives you a chance to deal or to take 50% less damage on a hit. That's how that works. Mid-range killer, so increases attack of troops to mid-range units, and long-range killer, respectively. I would argue long-range killer is more important for every city than mid-range killer, because in general, you're trying to kill through the backline to get to Titans, whether you are a mid-range player or a long-range player. It actually doesn't really change all that much. Most of the time, the winner of the fight is determined by whose Titans are alive longer. Most of the time. Not all the time. Most of the time. Her breakthrough skill is Battlefield Forte. And essentially, it's just like I'm a DC and a bunch of others that hit 2 units. So whatever the top 2 number of units are when you are attacking, it will drop these little bombs. They look like this. And it deals damage equal to the surviving number of troops times 110. And it's that little like X bomb thing that you saw back there. In terms of like how to compare it in damage, right? I'm a DC is less damage. However, it still has that 35% chance to cause a misfire for 2 seconds. Misfire means that the affected unit will not attack for 2 seconds. It misses an entire attack, which is very useful. Given the fact that it's not exactly double, I feel like this is a better skill, right? And this is also 3 versus 2. But what I really like about it is that it is 2. And it is the highest number of units when attacking. So the reason why that is important, the highest number, is that it's not like an RNG where it's going to hit random targets. It's going to always be hitting those damage dealing troops. And if you saw any of my content on like the rocket and why it's not that bad, or a bunch of other like content around, trying to make sure that, you're targeting or getting a hold of or getting on top of their DPS troops, this breakthrough skill achieves that without having to do any kind of fancy planning. You just get it and it works. 5-star skills, which I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have any 1 5-star myself. But in terms of your otherworldly stats for all of these officers, they all actually share the same pool for otherworldly stats. So they all have the same ones. And in terms of which ones to pick, actually, I'm going to do this in a weird way. In terms of which ones to pick, you would basically get your attack of choice. So you could pick between either like long range attack or mid range attack. They'll have both. You're going to get melee defense, melee hit points. And then the other one that they all have is reduces attack of long range troops, which I don't think they have. Oh, yeah, enemy long range attack reduction. So they actually have a lot of the same skills as the drill masters, which is why I was pulling her up. But again, you go long range attack, melee defense, melee hit points, reduces attack of long range troops, and the last one is melee killer, right, which is increases attack against melee troops. So this skill, but essentially in 5-star form, those would be the best ones. Again, 80% of cities are long-range cities, so specializing against them is always a net benefit. You could change out that reduces attack of enemy long-range troops and replace it with literally just about anything that you can think of, and it would still function. That is the least valuable of the 5. In terms of hierarchy, the next one up would be so 5 is the enemy long range attack reduction. 4 is going to be melee defense. 3 would then be I'd argue melee hit points, and then literally the long range or mid range attack and increases attack to melee are equal. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of a city you are, you're going to have to eat through front line in order to get to the back line. So that's why melee killer is such an important skill. And yeah, that's like the main things about her. How I would level her: obviously get her to 5 stars, which either costs a lot of money or you have to get super lucky, and I am neither. So I've got her unlocked. But I would recommend going breakthrough to 10 most likely, and then start on her 6-star skills. Just like anyone else who has a really decent breakthrough, that's kind of the general format that I recommend for most people, as a good frame of reference. In terms of these skills to level, you can level armor blessing. Like, getting block up is not a bad thing, and I'm not going to like shake a finger at block. It's fine. It's a good skill. And then probably long range killer. You really don't need mid range killer. So save your books. You don't have to get it. It's one of those things. It's nice to have. It's not required. And that's Erica in a nutshell. The only other thing that I didn't do, and I promised myself I'm going to start doing this on videos, is you can click this button up here in the top left, and it like tells you their backstory, which I think is hilarious that they think this is a backstory. But Erica was a famous idol, but Doomsday destroyed her stage. Oh no. She drives a mobile mecha stage to inspire soldiers' morale on the battlefield and guide shock waves to defeat all infected. Right. Okay, cool. So those exist. I just wanted you guys to know that. Somebody pointed that out to me in the comments. Thank you to whoever that commenter was. I don't remember. It was a while ago. But yeah, this one's for you, buddy. Because they pointed out that in the description, K is a dude. And yeah, that caught me by surprise. So cheers. To whoever made that comment, you're welcome to comment on this video. I will absolutely pin that. I will give you credit as soon as I find it. Much love. I appreciate you. So with that, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Sorry the content has been a little slow lately. I've just been dealing with life stuff. I'm still playing. I'm still making stuff when I can. I have a video that I'm going to be making about that here in the very near future, just kind of talking about matchmaking, and a little bit of the issues that we're having, kind of like an 11.11 update where we're also going to talk about matchmaking. So stay tuned. I will be making that shortly. And for this video, I appreciate it. Please consider like, comment, subscribe. You can support the Patreon if you so choose. I'm not putting a ton of energy and effort into that right now because I really want to make sure that most of my content is free. In fact, all but one video right now I think is free. So good news, guys. It hasn't changed much. And I plan on keeping it that way. So much love to everyone. Thank you for your time. I'll see you on the next one.